Strange game. It was a game of momentum and momentum plays. Obviously, you just described it. You know, the momentum there right before the half was big, and basically our turnovers were not as costly as their turnovers. Our turnovers were not very good decisions by the quarterback, and then Kenny had the tough one that came out late, but they were basically like punts, and their turnovers were much more expensive. So, I mean, it was definitely a strange game. I mean, a momentum game.
Kirby, congratulations on the win. I know we've been asking about quarterbacks.
Anthony, hang on one second. It's really quiet. Like I can't hear them. I can barely hear what they're saying. I'm almost having to read their lips. Yeah, it's all the way up. All right, try again, Anthony. It's loud.
Now, Coach, it's better.
Yeah, it's better.
Awesome. Yes. No, I know we asked you about the quarterbacks, all the time, but just kind of talk about what kind of, went into your decision this week, working JT, working Stetson. What was ultimately the reason for the call to go with Stat?
Ultimately, the reason was continuity. Stetson's done a good job. Probably the next biggest thing was that JT had not really been in practice as much as Stetson going back to last week. So we went with a guy that's been practicing the most and been out there the most. JT felt good last week, and then he took quite a few reps this week. But at the end of the day, we went with a guy that we think had the most continuity, and we thought we were playing well offensively.
Let's go to Chip Towers and then Jake Rowe.
Yeah, following up on that, Coach, just was there any did you go into this game thinking that JT would or could play? I mean, obviously Stetson himself said he didn't feel like he played very well, and I don't know if was there any consideration of bringing JT in, or could he if you needed him?
Yeah, we felt like he could play if he needed to. JT practiced well. He didn't feel like he had much pain during the week. He felt really good during the week. But again, we went with the decision of continuity, and JT has not really been able to practice, guys. I mean, he took a few reps last week, and then he took more reps this week. And when you go 3 weeks without taking reps, I think it's really hard to do. And I know you want to keep asking questions. I get it, guys. But at the end of the day, we went with continuity. We think we have two really good quarterbacks. And I'm very pleased with both guys. I'm really pleased with the way JT handled things today. He was over there helping Stetson the entire time, making calls and communicating with the receivers.
Kirby, talking about you guys defensively, Nolan Smith, kind of a flurry of plays there for you guys with the interception. Can you just kind of talk about that impact, that little moment kind of he had there, and the big plays he made?
Yeah, he's one of our emotional leaders on the team. He practices really hard. I think what he does every day is works hard, and I'm really pleased that he got the results. Coach Lanning, Coach Schumann, and all our coaches stress so much about getting turnovers, and Nolan's one of the main ones that's always trying to get that. He ripped that ball out. That was probably the play of the game because he was running for a first down coming out. They had schemed up a really good play, quarterback power, and the pile was moving forward. And Nolan was able to get the ball out, which is the most important thing in this game is the ball, guys. And when you get those, it makes it easy to win when you get 3 and 4 turnovers.
Let's go to Mark Schleybaugh and then Dean Legge. Mark, are you with us? Okay, Dean, go ahead, please. Oh, there he is. Mark, go ahead.
You're on mute.
Nah, I got you. Kirby, can you just talk about Trayvon Walker as well? Had a couple big plays right there at the end of the half. Just the mentality of your defense of not quitting on plays.
Yeah, they play hard. They take a lot of pride in their performance. I mean, Florida did a good job, guys. They nickel and dimed us. They had long drives, not as explosive as they've been against us in the past, but they were very methodical and managing third downs. And that's been a very consistent theme is get to manageable third down, use 4 downs against this defense, quarterback run to get some yardage and things. And I thought they did a good job doing that. But we held them in the red area. We forced field goals. They missed some field goals and then the turnovers. But Trevon's a leader, man. He's like Nolan. He practices so hard. It's so important to him. A lot of pride on this team's entire team, but especially on the defense too.
Kirby, can you discuss the post-game celebration, like the emotion of you, the players, the fans, and why is this game so important to Georgia?
Well, you put so much into the game, it's like, if you can't enjoy these moments, well, why do we do it? If I can't embrace my family and hug them and love it and see the fans that stuck around for it, that's what it's all about to me. I mean, like, I had a coach a long time ago tell me, if you can't enjoy those moments, then why are you in the business? And the players, they work hard, guys. They practice so many times a week for this one game. And I want them to enjoy it. I want them to see the emotion of it. It doesn't matter to me that it's Florida. It matters to me that it's our team and they won. And you take that for granted sometimes. I think, people look at it and say, oh, well, Georgia's going to win this. Georgia's going to win that. That's not, nothing is taken for granted. I mean, you can't. You got to go out and practice. And when you do well and you perform well, you should celebrate with the players so they can see that side of you. And I'm certainly proud of our guys for handling the celebration. I thought we played with great discipline today.
Let's go to Mark Weiser and then Mike Griffith.
Kirby, Stetson wasn't thrilled about the way the offense played today. Obviously, you guys obviously still won pretty handily. Do you judge the offense kind of in a vacuum for what they do, or complementary football with a great defense and good special teams as well?
Both. I mean, answer that question is both. I mean, we didn't play perfect today. We had a back go the wrong way. We had a guy read the wrong wristband. We had a guy not block the end. We had a guy jump off sides. I mean, we had all kinds of things, but we had bust on defense too. We're just able to overcome some of that right now on defense with talent and size and speed. And offensively, we did not play our best game. And Stetson didn't play his best game. He did play well enough to win. He did do the things he had to do with his feet. Two really big plays in the game I thought he made with his feet, and he made some good throws too.
Hey, Kirby, that Nakobe Dean pick six, did that come out of the film room pregame? I mean, he was running full stride when he broke on that 1 and 2. We saw you have a conversation with Keely Ringo. Can you elaborate on, was that one of the break busts on defense?
No, Keely was actually right. Keely did the right thing. Keely had smash rules. So when they run a smash, he doesn't take it. He takes the next guy, and he did the right thing. He just didn't respond the right way to it and was upset at the guy that did wrong. And I'm not going to let him get on other players. It's our coach's job to do that. And Keely's great. He handles criticism well, and he understands he did the right thing. He just handled it the wrong way. But he's very smart. He's going to be a good football player. He made some good plays today. Nakobe has worked really hard on his coverage out in space, and I was glad to see him get that one. Quarterback probably wasn't supposed to throw it there, but it was off coverage and he fired it out there. And Nakobe broke on it and was probably the play of the game there that kind of broke the momentum.
Let's go to Stuart Steele and then Mark Long from the Associated Press.
Hey, Kirby, in the lead up to this game, you and the players talked a lot about limiting Florida's explosive plays. How did you feel you did on that front?
I don't know. I don't know how many they had. I feel like it was nowhere close to what they had last year, but they still hit some. And, they do a good job. They got good football players, good scheme. Our goal was to not give up those explosives. We gave up a few probably. A couple of the big plays in the game were in the red area when we made stops and they ran the trick play with the double pass. Chris made a big play. I mean, there were several plays that stood out to me that prevented big plays. And that was probably the difference in the game outside of the turnovers.
Kirby, you downplayed maybe last year's results earlier this week. Nolan made it pretty clear that what happened last year was personal. Did you get a real sense that those guys took a lot of pride in how that defense performed last year and weren't going to let it happen again?
There's a lot of pride on the defense regardless. Yeah, we didn't perform well last year. We didn't. That wasn't all the players' fault. That was my fault. That was a lot of our coaches' fault. So, but it really wasn't about that this year for our guys. I didn't feel like. I can't tell you what Nolan said. That's Nolan's personal opinion. For me, it wasn't about that. It was a different team, different style of team. We're a different team. I just don't look at last year. I look at it as, what do we got to do this year to win? And let's go execute that and do it.
Let's go to Steve Hummer and then Jed May.
Yeah, Kirby, I know you emphasize taking the ball away all the time, but have you done any particular extra work on that in the last few weeks after kind of expressing you wanted more of that? And how did the team respond to it?
We try, Steve. I mean, I'm still waiting on the magic potion you guys got. I mean, we call everybody in the country, the guys leading the country, and what do we got to do to get those turnovers? And There is no rhyme or reason. I mean, the only thing you could say is pressure. Pressure makes mistakes. And there was the one play that they had a guy open. Trevon made a hell of a play to tip the ball, and then Nolan was in the right place at the right time. But we had pressure on that play with a backer plug. So that was huge to get that done. Nolan stripping the ball out was huge. I mean, if you said that we had done one thing, Coach Lanning lets other coaches present in the defensive meeting during the Nugget presentations, and we had somebody stand up and, show where the defense was ranked. In almost every statistical category, they're ranked top 2, maybe top 3, and then turnovers, it's like 68th in the country. And that offends our guys, but I can't say that's why we got turnovers. I can only tell you that was the attempt to challenge their pride, and it worked out this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kirby, I guess following up on that, when you challenged their pride with the turnovers the way you did, how did you see them embrace that sort of over the bye week and, obviously carry it out onto the field today?
Well, we didn't really do it over the bye week. We did it, I think Wednesday or Thursday. We do it when it's closer to the game to try to get them to do it in practice and carry it over. But again, guys, if it was only doing that made it happen, then everybody in the country would be doing it. It's the players going out and executing it. It's sometimes it's the offense making mistakes, and there's probably some throws there that the young quarterback wish he had back.
Let's go to Davis Baker and then Palmer Toms.
Coach, could you speak about your initial takeaways on the run game and running in between the tackles today?
Speak about the run game. Yeah, I thought the first drive, if you're referencing the first drive, we were really successful running the ball and did a good job between the tackles, pounding those guys, moving the ball, play action, boot naked. Thought Monken had really good openers, and I thought we did a good job there, but we weren't able to get points out of it. We stalled out on that first drive. That was unfortunate because I thought we could seize the momentum in the game and really, come at these guys, and did a great job offensively. And then, the grounding killed us because the thought was we were going to be aggressive. We wanted to take a shot on 3rd and 1 or 2, and that was the game plan. And we're going to take a shot because we were going to go for it on 4th. And never did I think we'd get grounding, and then we were forced to kick a field goal. But I was really proud of the guys for the way they started.
Thank you.
Kirby, what was the atmosphere like on the sideline with those turnovers and how the offense responded to score so quickly after each of those in the first half?
It was a whole bunch of momentum. You get momentum like that, and it can be an overswell, and then we had a great drive, in the second half coming out to try to put them away. And I forget what happened on that one, but we ended up not scoring on that one. But, momentum was huge in the game, and we kind of seized it there in the second half. They come in bunches.
Let's go to Ross Dellinger and then Connor Riley.
Hey, Kirby, can you just speak to the, I know you've talked about it a little before already, but the late in the first half and how consequential that was going into halftime?
I'm sorry there, Ross. You said how
late in the first half, those plays late in the first half. You just speak to how important they were in the game.
Well, I mean, they were huge, right? The momentum of the game was, I felt like we were controlling the game because we were able to run the ball. We had moved the ball. We just didn't have points to show for it. And I told our team that discipline and aggression would win the game. We had to be aggressive. We're not running around here, thinking that we're playing scared. We're aggressive. We're coming after you, and we're disciplined. Well, discipline takes patience, and you have to be patient to have good discipline. We had to keep doing what we were doing. It wasn't going to just happen right away. We're going to just run away with the game. That's not how games work. You get everybody's best shot when you're in the position that we are. And I thought that once it happened, it snapped. That our discipline and our patience showed up with turnover after turnover after turnover, and the offense cashed them in.
Hey, Kirby, recruiting something you obviously value, and you seem to do pretty well at it with all the talent you have. Where does that sort of mindset to always sort of be recruiting come from, and why do you think you have so much success with it?
Well, you have to. I mean, guys, if you don't recruit, there's no coach out there that can out-coach recruiting. Okay, I don't care who you are. The best coach to ever play the game better be a good recruiter, because no coaching is going to out-coach players. I mean, anybody will tell you our defense is good because they got good players. So spending time on the phone, spending time with people at your house, spending time with people when they come to your campus. I'm not with my family when I'm doing that. My family sacrifices so that I can go and spend time with other people's families so that we have good players. So, that's 25% evaluation. That's 50% recruiting, and another 25% is going to be coaching. But if you don't recruit, guys, you got no chance. Just go look. Look at the best teams out there. They got good football players. And that's the reason I believe in recruiting. And I believe you better always be recruiting, because if you're not, somebody else is.
We'll take one final question from Ryan Curley.
Kirby, was that an elite defensive performance in your mind with
No.
causing multiple turnovers? And why is that?
Absolutely not.
Why wasn't it?
Because we gave up 194 maybe passing yards. What was the rushing yards? 161. That's not elite. That's not our standard. Now, you say turnovers. If you want to categorize turnovers as elite, yes, that was elite. If you just want to talk about turnovers, we're trying to play total defense. So we helped ourselves in the turnover category, and we went backwards in some of the, rush, pass, all those statistics. But at the end of the day, did they get in your end zone? When you hold a team under 13 points, I think that's elite. But there was not a total elite standard defense. I really appreciate our fans, though. I really appreciate them coming out. They made a difference in this game. And in a game that's 50-50, I didn't feel like it was 50-50 today. So thanks, fans, and go Dogs.
Thank you, Coach Smart.